Hi there, welcome back. Today's video is a quick tip and it's related to batches. So when you find a batch that you like and you're trying to do it fast, especially if other Turkers have found that it's a good batch or they're taking the same chance on a new batch that you are and the numbers are going down quickly, you want to get as many as you can, obviously. And there's a lot of things at play when you're going to be doing a batch one after the other consecutively. Including how MTurk is working that day. Sometimes MTurk, for being on Amazon and having all the tech support in the world, sometimes it does spin a little bit and it gets a little slow. Sometimes it's on Amazon. Sometimes it's your own internet. It throttles, there's bandwidth issues, you haven't restarted your modem lately. Anything can really contribute to it. So you could be having issues on your side with your internet, and then you get down into your actual PC or your computer and the speed at which your computer can process information, how many tabs you have open, things like that. I keep a lot of tabs open, and I'm working on a Chromebook because I have a desktop, but I like to be mobile because I have the kids here when I'm working. So I just use a Chromebook. So sometimes things do spin, and there's a variety of reasons why that could happen. So with that being said, the way I work around issues of latency when batches is this. I take the hit that I like, which in this case is a new requester, and I open it up in 2 or 3 separate tabs. Okay. And then I check the auto accept next hit on both of them. So then what I do is I go in, and in this case, I need to open up a link. So I open up both links. So now I have 2 hits here, and they're both processing. Okay. And I'm looking, in this case, I'm just going to do it quick so you can see exactly what I do. I'm looking for a coach named Aaron Price. Okay, there he is. And now I'm looking for a picture of him, and then I'm going to put some information into the hit based on that picture. So, okay, so I found Aaron now, and I'm going to go ahead back to the hit, and I'm going to pull in the information, and I'm going to submit it. Okay. Now I'm going to move on to the second hit, and I'm looking for somebody named Keith Williams. Now, what's happening with the first hit is it's processing, it's spinning, it's submitting. But meanwhile, I'm doing more work. So I found Keith here. I'm going to click and check the information that I need on Keith. Oops. Okay. Sorry, that's me not clicking properly. So now I'm going to, the information I need for Keith. Okay, I found Keith. I'm going to go back to my hit, and I'm going to enter the information, and I'm going to submit it. And while that's processing, I'm going to go back to my first one and start the process over again. Okay, so depending on how slow things are going and how slow it's processing, you may want to put 3 up, you may want to put 2 up, but you got to keep track of what you're doing. You don't want, this one's easy because the name is right there that you're looking for. And so there's less chance of kind of screwing it up. But if it's something where the hit is exactly the same, then you just got to be careful that you don't put the wrong information into the wrong hit. But if you can keep track of it, it's a good way to continue to do something and not sit and wait for the next hit to load, right? So as I'm talking, I'm just going ahead and doing it just as I would do it in general. So here I'm going to click the hit again. I'm looking for Ontario Hardisty. I'm good with names. I apologize for that. Okay. So here he is. Here they are. I don't know. I'm assuming it's a male. And I'm going to fill in the information for this person and submit the hit. And around we go. So essentially, that's my workaround with batches, to just make sure that I get as many as I can before they go away. And, in this case, they're dropping at about 1,000 every 5 minutes. So it's not going super fast, but other people are working them, and I like them, and I think they're going to be pretty straightforward. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing them that way. As far as any adverse effects of doing this, one thing that does happen sometimes is if you're running trackers on your dashboard, meaning they're tracking your work. Sometimes it's not going to pick up what you've done because you're doing it in two different tabs. For me, that's just the price that I pay to get more hits. And sometimes it does pick it up, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you can refresh it and it'll work just fine. But the fact of the matter is that you've done more work than the dashboard is representing, not vice versa. So for me, if I think I did, $15 worth of work, and I actually did 18, then great. It's not a big deal. So just be aware of that it may screw up some of your tracked earnings. My tracked earnings are off already today as a separate note because I did a hit that I accepted yesterday. It had a 24-hour timer and I finished it this morning. So that actually is tracked in today's earnings for me, but according to MTurk, it's in yesterday's earnings because I accepted it yesterday. So my earnings are already all off today. This tracked earnings here is including that, and these earnings here are not including that. So you already have some issues with that. Like you can see here, I've done 68 today, and it's only saying I've done 22. So